Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Liz. Today I am coming back again with another unboxing. Today we have the True Heart Intuitive Tarot by Rachel True. Now Rachel, as far as I know, is an actress. A lot of you will probably know I do not follow a lot of actors or actresses or anything like that. So I don't know. She's very pretty. She's beautiful. And I guess she created this deck. So it looks like a really pretty deck. The back of the box says, "My tarot decks are among my closest and best forever friends. I am a lifelong practitioner and part of a movement committed to demystifying and destigmatizing esoteric studies. The tarot tells a story of humanity, giving you insight into yourself by helping you clarify the now and make better choices for the future. They're like a shrink in a box and spiritual Xanax rolled all into one." That's very true. Yes, she is an actress. She appeared in many hit and cult films, including The Craft, Half-Baked, and Nowhere. She was nominated for the NAACP Award for her work on the TV show Half and Half. Native New Yorker and an avid bibliophile. I like her a lot. I'm an avid bibliophile myself. And she's a lifelong tarot practitioner. And she now lives in Los Angeles, at least according to when this was done. This was published by Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishing Company. Now, the price on this is $30. It is not that. I want to say it's about $15 on Amazon. I think one of the reasons why is because a lot of people were complaining about the thinness of the cards. I guess they're very flimsy. We'll see. I will make that decision on my own. I do like the artwork. The little bits that I've seen, I like it a lot. So we'll see. Let me see. I did get my scissors out this time. My handy dandy scissors. And let's see. Not a huge fan of the box, I'll be honest. I like the ones that have the full cover that just the entire cover comes off. This one looks like it's more, I don't even know how I would describe, kind of a tuck box type cover, something like that. I know that's not what it's called, but I don't know. It comes off like this, which is fine. It's just, see how this just got bent like that over there? I fixed it, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Wow, that's a good sized book. Okay, that's quite the book. I'll be doing some reading after. All right, I don't like the box because I don't like the boxes like this. Because when you put the deck in there, you can't, number one, you can't put it like that and have the book in there. And when you do put it in, they'll stop moving around. But if that's the worst part of it, that won't be terrible. Now, as far as the thickness goes, that's a typical deck thickness. It still depends on the quality of the cards. I mean, my Rider-Waite is not very thick, but for some reason, I don't know if it's the cardstock or the coating that they use, it doesn't seem to get ruined that quickly. And that's my usual go-to. I have all these other decks, but that's the one I always carry with me. And other than the box, because the box does get destroyed, the cards themselves are pretty cool. And pretty well taken care of. They're not destroyed. All right, let's see. I can see why people were complaining. Okay, we'll see. We'll see in a second. I think it's just, yeah. It's weird. The Rider-Waite is about the same thickness, but these cards, it's the coating. They are very thin. I can see why people were complaining about these cards. At a $30 price mark, I can see why people were complaining about the quality of the cardstock. I mean, maybe they'll do another printing and they'll change the cardstock, which would be nice. Put a different coating on here. I wish the makers of these decks would I know some people don't like the gilding, but I wish they would gild the decks because I do believe that that actually does protect the cards, especially the edges. And they could do all different kinds of gilding. I have a deck that's like iridescent gilding. I have a deck that's got red gilding. It doesn't have to be silver or gold. Okay, so the thickness is, it's actually a little bit thicker than the regular Rider-Waite. Let me just see if I have my Rider-Waite here. Well, I have a Rider-Waite deck. Let me just compare it to that and see if it's about the same. Hang on 1 second. Just gonna pull it out of the case. All right, that's the Rider-Waite. Yeah, it is definitely thinner. It's definitely thinner. Okay, so yeah, I can see why people were complaining about the quality of the cards. Now, at $15, it's not terrible. I believe that's about what I paid for it. But yeah, I can definitely see why people weren't happy with the quality as far as the cardstock. Not the artwork. The artwork, from what I can see, looks beautiful. And this is the back, which is very nice. I like it. It's got all the suits on here. It's very pretty. So let me just put on my glasses. I can see the cards, but then when I start to read, and my eyes go a little wonky. All right, so this is very pretty. The Fool. And look at her. She's see-through, which is kind of neat. I like that. The Magician. I love it. I do like the artwork. Who is the artist? Does it even say? Illustrations, Stephanie Singleton. Well, she's very good. Okay, the High Priestess. So they definitely follow the Rider-Waite style of deck. I love this Empress. Wow. She's gorgeous. I love that. The Emperor. That's a different kind of Emperor. I like that too. Can you see on his cloak? Is that a cloak? Yeah. On his cape, actually. You see the cityscape there? It's kind of cool. The Hierophant. In the old days called the Pope. The Lovers. I like that a lot. The Chariot. I like that one too. I like them all. So far they're pretty neat. This is beautiful. Strength. The Hermit. It's a little bit different than the typical hermit. Usually it's a man, and this is a woman, which is just as well. Very beautiful. And I've noticed the mushrooms. Where was that? Oh, it was on the Fool. I don't know if I've seen it anywhere else. But see those mushrooms there at the feet? I wonder what that means. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. I love that. Justice. I love how she's standing on the sword there. Instead of holding it like the typical Justice card. Hanged Man. Death. Wow, that's different. That's a pretty cool death card. I like that a lot. Very nice. Temperance. The Devil. Wow. That one is different too. The Tower. I like this one as well. The All-Seeing Eye. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. The Star. She's beautiful. I love that. The Moon with the Metatron cube grid there. That's pretty good. That's interesting. I like that. The Sun. I love that one. Not your typical sun, but still very nice, and I would say easy to read with it. It's got the hands. See the rays? They're actual hands. That's different. Judgment. I like that as well. the world. I love that. That's very cool. All right, so that is the, what do you call it? The, I see something there. It's kind of, I don't know if that's a blemish on the card. Let me see. Just something, yeah, it looks like a blemish in the ink there. Oh well. As long as it's not somebody's leftover lunch, that would be great. All right, Ace of Cups. Look at that ace. That's beautiful. Two of Cups. Wow, that's so pretty. Three of Cups. Oh my goodness, I love it. Oh, can't wait to have fun at parties again. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. I like that. Is that? Huh. Oh, four hands? Is that 4 or 5 hands on her face? Something like that. That sure is different. You know what? I'm going to hold that one out. That one is so different. I got to read on that. Okay. 6 of Cups. I love this one. That's really neat. 7 of Cups. I like that a lot as well. 8 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Usually the wish card. I like how she's, her dress, is it, it could be a towel too. It's got stars on it. Kind of gives me that Wish Upon a Star look. Or vibe, I should say. 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Prince of Cups. So instead of page, you're doing Princess of Cups. We're doing princesses, prince, king, and queen. Prince of Cups. Oh, see the octopus there? That's interesting. Queen of Cups. King of Cups. All right, I do like the imagery. What I'm not a huge fan of, and I don't know why they did it on this deck, because, I mean, a lot of them do it, is why bother with the border? You could have gone just a little bit bigger, or have the cards go a teeny bit smaller, and the border would have been, it would have been a borderless card. And I do not cut up my cards. I do not trust myself to get them to be perfect. And if they're not perfect, they're going to drive me crazy. So I got to live with it. But you know, that's the one thing. It's like, I don't know. I wish they would do more borderless cards. It just makes more sense to me. All right. Ace of Discs or Pentacles. I love that. That's very nice. 2 of Discs. Oh, I like that. That's different. 3 of Discs. Okay, so this looks more, this reminds me of the Cups more than the typical 3 of Pentacles. So 4 of Discs. Very nice. 5 of Discs. Okay, that's very, very different. It almost seems like it's the 5s that are the most different. Because there's the other 5, and it has eyeballs again. We'll see if the other ones do too. All right. 6 of Discs. 7 of Discs. 8 of Discs. Ooh, I love this. A 9 of Discs. And 10 of Discs. Wow, that's very pretty. I love it. Princess of Discs. Prince of Discs. Queen of Discs. King of Discs. How handsome. Love it. All right. Ace of Wands. 2 of Wands. 3 of Wands. 4 of Wands. I like this one. Very similar to the Rider-Waite, except it's much closer. I do like that a lot. 5. See, it is the 5s. There's something with the 5s. this is like definitely a Medusa we got going on here. You know what? Got to put that back as well, and then I'll decide which one I'm going to read from. It'd probably be the Medusa one because I really do love Medusa, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be that, but we'll wait till I see the other one. Okay, 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands. That's quite different as well. 9 of Wands. Also different. And 10 of Wands, completely different. This 10 of Wands is very, very different from the typical 10 of Wands. So it definitely has its own vibe. Maybe it goes, some of the cards, I'm going to say probably 90% follow the Rider-Waite model, but not all, clearly. Princess of Wands. Prince of Wands. Oh, I love that. With the Phoenix there, that's awesome. Queen of Wands, I love this queen. King of Wands. If you hear my dog bark, because we're having a delivery done, just ignore him. He's a good little watchdog. Ace of Swords. 2 of Swords. 3 of Swords. I like this one as well. Something with the eyeballs. Oh, I see another eyeball. Okay, so, 4 of Swords. Look at that. 5 of Swords. It's something about the 5s. They all have, well, this one doesn't. She of course has eyes, but it's not like it has a giant eyeball or eyeballs random. At least not that I can see. All right, 6 of Swords. That's very different as well. I'm curious as to what her ideas are. 7 of Swords. 8 of Swords. Oh, I like this. See how she's tied down by her hair? That's different. 9 of Swords. Ooh. That one's kind of gross, actually. That one grosses me out. I don't like that. 10 of Swords. And she's pretty dead. And it's also Medusa. See it? Medusa got a bad rap. I love Medusa. Okay. Princess of Swords. Princess Sword. Does it just say Princess Sword? Did the other ones say the same thing? Princess Wands. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't say of. I just noticed that it doesn't say Princess of. It just says Princess Wands. I don't know if they overlooked it or they did that on purpose. Okay. Prince of Swords. Queen of Swords. Ooh, I love her. I tend to like the Queen of Swords anyway. There's just something about the Queen of Swords that just draws me. I think because, you know what, they're just upfront and don't put up with a lot of BS from people, and they can pretty much tell when people are BSing them. So, all right, let's see. I am going to look through the real quick just to see what we got going on here. Let's see. I mean, the book is in black and white, which is perfectly fine. There's the introduction and getting started, you know, tap into your intuition, the backstory, choosing a tarot deck. I don't know if that's the backstory of the deck or no, I think it's backstory of tarot in general. Setting up your altar to, okay, so tarot by the numbers, the suits, 5s. Well, see, we have the 5s here, and the 5s: change, conflict, expansion, instability, movement, courage, growth through adversity, challenges. So let's see, pulling cards, shuffling. Okay, so she's got a good amount of stuff about working with the deck, the introduction to tarot, you know, working with numbers, which is nice. And then we've got some spreads going on here. There's quite a few spreads, actually. 10 relationship spread. Pretty cool. Okay. All right, so wow. She writes a lot about the cards, so I'm probably not going to read everything. Although this is the Major Arcana, so the Major Arcana might be more involved. And what I have here is not the Major Arcana. What I have is just the regular suits that I want to dig a little deeper into. Well, yeah, I would say it's mainly, this is all right here. This is all the Major Arcana. And then this is the minor. So that's like a huge amount for the Major Arcana. This is the minor, which is smaller. So I'm going to assume it's just much smaller. Much. Oh, yeah. This is good. This is good. All righty. Let's see. 5 of Wands. There's our girl Medusa here. All right. Let's see. Now, typically the 5 of Wands is little annoyances, little spats with people, just getting on people's nerves. In my view, let's see what we got going on here. High vibe, creativity, collaboration, playful energy, physical expression, release of energy. Low vibe, competition, aggression, defensiveness, conflict, isolation, aggressiveness, friction, jealousy, envy. Okay. I mean, I don't see that in this card. This card is pretty hard to read. Unless you know the meaning, and even with the meaning, I like to read some cards intuitively. This one would be kind of difficult for me to read intuitively. I mean, I love Medusa, so I kind of have a bias towards her. So, I don't know. Okay, friendly competition and competitive play can help you grow. Competition may sound negative, but this is a time of being around equally qualified, creative, or talented people who spur you on to greater heights. Having someone who pushes you is good for you, whether you're athletes or Salieri and Mozart. A rapid-fire exchange of ideas creates active energy, propelling everyone forward. In relationship dynamics, a fun, feisty, sexy energy may be felt. Passion can quickly dissolve into discord if words and tone are not considered. Be aware of communication styles. If you've met someone new, get all the facts. Occasionally, the 5 of Wands can mean one or both parties are playing the field. Really? I didn't know that. I've never seen that one, but okay. In professional or personal life, when a light bulb moment hits, don't put it on hold. It's out there in the ether, and someone else might claim it for their own if you don't. Challenging dynamics can bring the team down. Focus on your own gifts and strengths. If pulled in the low vibe, which I'm saying the low vibe would be the reverse, gossiping and envy will only slow your roll. Engaging in unnecessary struggles or conflicts, or alternatively, isolating yourself means you're living in the low vibe. Issues around low self-esteem or low self-worth may be coming up. Wands are cards of action, and how much energy you're willing to put into reconnecting with yourself and others is the question at hand. Can you rise above the fray and tap into your personal power? Show everyone who you really are. I do like the writing style. If I looked at this card, like I said, because I like Medusa and I like her story, it would be more about unfairness and being persecuted and being punished for something you didn't do. That's how I would see this card, because I'm looking at her. So, I mean, there's the bumblebee there, which, usually it's hard work. The butterfly is transformation. There's a frog. I'm not really sure what the frog means. This is a sunflower, which to me is more about growing and facing the sun and looking at the brighter things in life. So, it's kind of a cool deck. I'm actually looking forward to using it because of cards like this, because it is very different. Now, I'm going to read on, you know what, we'll do this one. We'll do that one. 5 of Cups. Okay. So, 5 of Cups. Here we go. High vibe, release, re-engagement, hope, reunion, independence, closure, acceptance. Low vibe, heartbreak, disappointment, grief, obsession, depression, stagnation, regret. Definitely has more of that low vibe feel to me than high vibe. Okay, when you're too focused on the emotional pain of what didn't work out, you miss what's still available to you. You may be in a period of processing disappointments, rejections, or bouts of negative thinking. A conscious choice must be made to set down burdens and baggage in order to salvage what remains. In relationship dynamics, a period of recovery after emotional upheaval or turbulence may have you feeling relief and a renewed connection to your partner. When you release sadness, you make room for expansion of love. For some, the choice to let go of past resentments and move forward together or in things for good may be on the table. In either personal or professional relationships, love is still available if your partnership goals are aligned. In professional life, you may need to regroup after a setback. Some received a smaller piece of the pie than expected. Things are now moving in the right direction with the focus on what can be accomplished rather than what was lost. The demise of past aspirations makes way for more profitable situations to come in. If pulled in the low vibe, attempts to control situations that are no longer serving you are draining your energy. Staring too long at the past and what is already gone causes stagnation. Letting go of attachments in a desired outcome will allow new energy to flow your way. Emotional overload can leave us in a victim space. Numbing or drowning your feelings may cause depression and anxiety. Often we wrap pain so tightly around us it becomes a defining feature. It is time to release that pain and open yourself up to new love. Okay, I mean, it's a hard card for me to read as well as far as to match with what I just read. If I saw this card come up, I mean, it depends on the reading and depends what's being asked. It would be about, to me, about hiding yourself in grief and not dealing with it or being completely overwhelmed with it. It's definitely a cool card. It's definitely an interesting card. You know, I do like some of these interesting cards like this because it makes you think. Let's do the Five of Swords. That one is very different. Well, they're all very different, but that one with just the eyeball. Okay, typically the Five of Swords is the bully card to me. It's like somebody winning and it's not, they don't deserve it, or winning at all costs. They're being, you know, they played unfairly, whatever. So I don't see that in this card. Okay. High vibe, release, peace, ambition, hard-fought victory, forgiveness, truce, change. Low vibe, struggle, bitterness, pettiness, aggression, cruelty, fighting, defensiveness. That's how I usually see that card in general, not the low vibe. That's usually how the card looks. Let me see. If I looked at this card, if it came up in a reading, it would be more about, the thing that comes to mind is in the Bible when it says, you know, take the beam out of your own eye before you point out the sliver in your neighbor's eye. It gives me, it's more that vibe of, you know, don't point fingers, look at yourself first. That's how I read this card. All right, I'm not going to read the whole thing because I know I'm already taking quite a bit of time here, but I'll just, that one I just did the high and the low vibe on that. Let's see with this one. The coins, did we already do? Okay, coins. All right, so high vibe, financial stability, charity, savings, tolerance, kindness, status, spirituality. Low vibe, bad luck, loss, greed, financial ruin, cruelty, crisis, scarcity, selfishness. And that's how I see that card. Generally, the fives are cards of struggle of some sort. So I would see that in that card generally, and that would be upright, you know. And this looks like a black hole or a well with somebody watching you. I don't know. I don't know how I would see this other than maybe, you know, don't do Don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing, that kind of thing. Do charity work and just do it for the sake of doing it rather than trying to get accolades for doing it. That might be how I would read it. All right, so the book is nice. I mean, there's a lot of info on here. If you want to read it, you can. I will probably read a little bit of it, go through the first few pages, check out what her vibe is or what her motivation was for creating the deck. And you know what? Let's just see how these shuffle. I have to shuffle them a certain way because I got these teeny tiny little hands. And let's see. How they shuffle for me. Well, they shuffle nicely, actually. They don't shuffle badly. They do blend well. They don't seem to get caught. I mean, the cutting of these isn't the greatest because I do see some of the lines from the press or the cutter that they used. Like I said, I can understand if somebody paid $30, they'd be a little annoyed with the quality. The fact that I didn't pay that much, you know, I'm not bothered too much by it at all. So, let's see. Let's pull a card for us and see what we're going to get. What do we need right now? Okay. 10 of Cups. Look at that. Things are looking up. Things are looking good. Oh, and the 9 of Cups. Well, of course, those I had just shuffled them. But you know what? I do think they come together. And I think we're coming to a cycle where things are just going to start getting better for us in general. And I think because it's summertime and we're going to be going out more and enjoying time with family and friends, I think it's going to be a time of having a lot more fun and enjoying life a little bit more than we have last year. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, look, see? I'm right. See the 3 of Cups? Party time. I love when things come together like that. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a beautiful day wherever you are. And it is a nice deck. Just be mindful that the cards are thin, but as long as you're careful with them, they'll be fine. All right. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Blessings to everybody. Let's all be kind, compassionate to each other. Much love. Thank you.